Good morning, children. Today, in our English class, we will have the explanation of the poem on section 3 Sleeping in the Forest. We have already discussed the questions that why do people love to spend their holidays at a mountain resort or by the seaside or in a wildlife sanctuary. It is so because people want to be away from the polluted air, from the polluted environment, and they want to be living in at a noise free place full of natural beauty, full of calmness. So one such poem is Sleeping in the Forest, written by Mary Oliver. Children, in this poem, the earth is portrayed as a woman, a motherly woman, someone who accepts back a loving child who went away and has now returned. There is a warm maternal feeling here as the imagined woman accepts the poet tenderly, settling her skirts comfortably around her. The poet says that once when she went to the forest to enjoy the beautiful scenery over there, she could not forget the moment when the earth took her back. The earth remembered her. It took her so tenderly, like a motherly figure. What happens, children, when you do a mistake? You go to your mother. Who is the first one you approach to your mothers? And what do? They comfort you. They adore you. They love you back. The same way, the Mother Nature, it adores us. It loves us. It loves us even more. Even though we do a lot of destruction on the earth, we cut down the trees, we cut down the forests, we have done lots of pollution everywhere. There is a lot of noise pollution, soil pollution everywhere. But still, the Mother Nature loves us like our own mothers. So it is compared to a motherly figure. All right? Arranging her skirts, her pockets full of lichens and seeds. I slept as never before, a stone on the riverbed. So the poet keeps on saying that the mother earth took that girl so tenderly, welcomed her with all her sweets and chocolates. What do the mothers do when you go to her? So they offer you sweets and chocolates, just as they do. Same does the Mother Earth. They have bountiful of natural resources to offer us. They have lots of fruits and vegetables and fresh air to give us, to give away to us, just as our mothers do. I slept as never before, a stone on the riverbed. So the poet says that she had a sound sleep that night. She was so relaxed and relieved in the lap of the Mother Nature. Nothing between me and the white fire of the stars. So when she lay on the earth, on the ground, she looked at the sky. Up in the sky, it was full of bright stars. It was a direct contact. But my thoughts and they floated light as moths among the branches of the perfect trees. There were lots of branches, there were lots of trees around her, and she definitely had lots of thoughts. What do you do, children, when you wake up suddenly in the midnight? We think about certain things. What is going to happen with us in the future? What all had happened with us in the past? Yes, what are you going to do the next day? So, all these thoughts come in your mind when you suddenly wake up at night. Same way, the poet woke up at midnight and she had lots of thoughts about future. Okay? And these thoughts are compared to moths. There is a simile, the figurative language used here is a simile. The thoughts are compared to the moths. Moths are small little insects, okay, which go from branches to branches. All night I heard the small kingdoms breathing around me, the insects and the birds who do their work in the darkness. Children, we all are familiar that there are lots of animals, there are lots of birds, there are lots of insects everywhere around us. But is it possible for us to listen to the sounds, the soft sounds of buzzing of the insects or the buzzing of the butterflies and the chirping of the birds around us or the sounds of the different animals? Is it possible for us to hear these sounds in a noisy place or a crowded place that we live in? No, it's not audible to us because all these sounds are suppressed. They are suppressed by the sound of the vehicles, by the sound of the traffic, and lot many things. So when we are there in the forest, it is a calm place, it is a very quiet place, there is no disturbance. There you can hear the sounds of the birds, the sounds of the small insects, the sounds of the small animals. And it is really very peaceful to listen to those sounds. Okay? The poet adds that all night I rose and fell as if in the water, grappling with a luminous doom. By morning I had vanished at least a dozen times into something better. So this poet says that when she slept at night, although she had a sound sleep in the beginning, but then all of a sudden she woke up and she had lots of thoughts which kept on floating, which kept on going on in her mind throughout the night. She kept thinking about the coming days, she kept thinking about her worries, and she was damn sure, she was pretty sure that if something wrong is going to happen with her, everything will be set all right because God Almighty is there. Okay? She kept on sleeping for some time, then she woke up all of a sudden at midnight, and then she again slept. So, this is about the poem Sleeping in the Forest. Did you enjoy the poem, children? It is absolutely light and peaceful. Okay? So, this was all for the video today, children. I'll be sharing the copy work soon. We'll meet in the online class now. Take care. Bye bye.